Hello, English 11. I am checking in on, it's Friday today, April 3rd, but you might not see this video until Monday, which is okay. The point of this video is to answer the questions that you all have posed in the various forms that I've given out. And so I've read all those questions, and these are the questions from both classes. And hopefully I get to your question and I get you an answer. If for some reason my response doesn't clearly answer the question that you have or give you all the information that you needed, send me an email and then I will revise my response. Okay, so here are the questions I've had so far. Also, please note that this is still flexible. I still haven't made all of my decisions with Mr. Johnson for the course. We are taking this day by day, week by week. And so just know that we are trying to make all the decisions so that you all are okay and supported, and that it's working for you more than anybody else. And if things change, they'll change for the better, and you'll have plenty of notice. So just don't be locked into any of these answers, but this is the information I have now. All right, so let's see what I can do for you. First of all, I've had questions about presentations and speeches because there is a speaking component to the gradebook. Flipgrid is going to be a tool that I use to do that. So far, everything that we've done is formative. I don't have any plans right now to do any sort of presentations or speeches that are like really formal and summative via those mediums, but there will be things that potentially that you have to do in terms of these different projects. So that's what I'm thinking so far. We'll see. Not sure yet. Attendance. This is something I'm still figuring out as well. Some days I've posted attendance forms and some days I haven't. The days that I've posted an attendance form is because there's no other assignment that you're turning in that day that shows me that you interacted with the materials. So basically, no matter what, every day you are submitting something, whether that's the attendance form or an assignment. And your interaction with those assignments is telling me how engaged you are with the class and if I need to check in with you. So basically, you can't see their names, but every day I go on and I check to see who did what. And then I'm just paying attention to if there's big gaps in people interacting with things, because then I definitely want to check in on you and make sure everything's okay. And once we start getting to assignments that are summative and affect your grade, it'll be a little different. But for right now, just submit whatever is being asked to submit. Are we ever all going to get together? No. Everybody's schedule is way too different. That's not an expectation of mine. If you and a couple of friends ever wanted to get together and do a meeting with me to ask about an assignment or something, great. I'd love to do that, but nothing for the whole class. Classwork each day. There will be classwork every day, and my goal is to give you between 15 and like 25 minutes of work a day. Some days it's going to be less, some days it's going to be more, and some days it's going to just depend on you and like your the speed at which you figure things out and at which you learn. I'm never going to overwhelm you. If at any point I'm giving you assignments and you're like, Arklyn, this is taking me an hour or more, please tell me, because I don't know for sure, because I'm having to revise all of my assignments. So just keep in touch with me. But that's my goal, about 15 to 30 minutes of work a day. Late assignments will always be collected. So even the things that we've done so far, if you want to turn stuff in late, I will check it. If it's really late, email me, because sooner or later I'm going to stop looking at some of these Google forms, because otherwise I'll go crazy. So if it's more than a couple of days late, send me an email and tell me you did it. There will be no shame involved. Okay, I'll just update the gradebook. Testing. Yes, there will still be tests. Will they be timed? I don't think so. I mean, none of the tests that I give you, I want you to do as well as possible on them. And if that means it takes you a little bit longer, it takes you a little bit longer. So I'm not too worried about that. Most of my tests are always would fit into a class period. So I'm going to either shorten them or make sure that that still works. There's no like timed on-demand ACT prompts this trimester, so we don't have to worry about that. The research paper, a lot of people are asking about the research paper. So like when we're going to start it and how it's going to be graded. The research paper is more about the process of the paper than the actual final product. even though the product is required by the district for you to turn it in. The research paper, we're hoping to start in like 5 weeks or so, but that's to be determined on how things start to go once we get into content. But the paper, definitely, we're going to need as much time as possible to get it done, since we're only able to do about 15 minutes of work on it a day. So we have to break it down a lot and make sure that it's still something that you can do on your own. There's plenty of supports for the paper. I've already broken this thing down like crazy with tons of examples, models, and videos and all the things. So it's going to not be something that I think you'll be overwhelmed by. It's a task that's really important for you to learn how to do, and you'll learn how to do it with my support. So don't worry about that. And it'll be graded on a regular scale of A, B, C, D, F. So 90%. 85%, etc. That ACT scale is no longer applicable this try. People asked if we're going to be doing reading, writing, or both. It's going to be about a 50-50 split. So we'll read things and analyze them, and then you'll write your own things as well. How are you going to have access to texts? Most things are going to be short PDFs, and like really short PDFs. So we'll probably even cut down stories so that they're as short as possible, because I want to fall within that less than 30-minute time frame. There's going to be no full-length novels at this point because there's no way for us to get you books, and I don't want anyone to have to figure that out. That'd be too stressful. So for right now, we're focusing on shorter texts. Somebody asked, will there be less essays because of being at home? There are always going to be less essays in Tri-B, so it's the same. You're writing the research paper. And that's the big piece of writing that we do. Pass-fail is not going to happen. As far as I know, we're going to stick to a traditional grading scale. But of course, I'm adjusting my expectations and how much I'm putting into the grade book, so that, because I want you to have more time to get stuff done since you're doing it on your own. Those were all the questions about the course. I don't know how helpful I was, but hopefully gave some people some insight. And then if anything is still unknown and you want to ask me a question, send me an email. It might just be unknown though, as we move along. All right, and then I got 3 questions about me, which was nice. One of them was, how am I? And that was really nice. I'm good, thanks. It's weird, and I miss you all, and it's weird to be stuck in my condo and away from my family and friends. It's my niece's birthday today, and I can't see her, and I can't see my friends, and just lots of things. Wedding planning is harder. So everything is, life is a little shaken up, but we're good. We're good. We're healthy. We're happy. We're staying positive. My dog, he is a dachshund, a wiener dog mixed with a terrier. I haven't done one of those DNA test results things, but I want to do that really badly because I think I want to know what kind of terrier he is. But yeah, he's a wiener dog. That's why he has short little legs, and he's often overweight. And then somebody asked, where is my favorite place I've ever traveled to? I would say London is probably my favorite place I've ever been because of the history, and it was just so cool. I also really, really liked Sedona, Arizona, probably because it was just so shockingly beautiful. I didn't realize how pretty it was. And I went camping in a cow pasture. So there were like hundreds of cows just around my tent. And that was a very unique experience, but really cool. All right, those are the answers to your questions. This is kind of an extra video on top of the lesson that'll be posted on Monday, so I'll make a note to watch this at your own time, but it's for those people who pose some of these questions. Okay, I miss you. Have a great weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay sane, and stay positive.